Keynotes. Keynotes is a type of tag family. It's available for all our basic elements. And although we can use the text tool when we're making details, the keynotes come in really handy when we're making our details. And these keyed lists are usually put in a separate file. So let's go take a look at our basic workflow. These keynotes are usually based on two different systems. We have the CSI, or the Construction Specification Institute, what's called a master format. In 1995, they used 16 different divisions to organize construction processes and materials. And these are something that all the contractors use, and everybody knows their different divisions. But in 2004, they came out with a newer version that subdivides up all the products and processes by 50 divisions. And so these are generally used throughout industry, and these have two different file locations here. So they have these files. They're buried within your computer. But the key thing is, let's take a look at the differences between a keynote and tagging materials. And when we're in a keynote, the keynote basically, a tag is assigned to a keynote category, and then the keynote displays values from the keynote table. So it looks up these values and it places the notes there. When we're using tags, we have to use it based on the family, and the family's the value stored within the parameter. And so essentially what happens is we have essentially a whole drawing full of keynotes. These are just a set of notes. Do this, do that, etc. And it has a number. And then somewhere in our drawing, then we assign that number to this situation and say, okay, go, if you want to figure out how this is done, you got to go and look at those notes. And so we have these different kinds of keynotes that we can use. And so these are used in professional architectural firms, and they usually will have then a whole set of keynotes that they typically use on most jobs. And those basically come from the CSI, the Construction Specifications Institute. For the most part, people just buy those. Some firms make them up themselves and type them all up. And so the first, so they're essentially a big long list of instructions for people who are building the structure of what it is to do at any given time.